Alright, so welcome. We're going to do something a little bit different today than we normally would do, just because I'm in the mood. Instead of doing a, recorded part-by-part type of review, I'm just going to do sort of a one-take thing here, because it's fun. Why not? We are going to do 2-in-1, actually. We're going to look at the new bass stuff for the update for the Helix that came out Tuesday, the 3.6. And we're going to look at my new bass that I got today, which is a Tonehammer TMB100. Pretty killer sounding, plays great. I love the blue, love the finish on it, so good stuff. So we'll sort of talk about both a little bit and go from there. As far as the updates go for Helix, the 3.6, they added the Tonehammer amp and a couple of cabinets. One based on a 1x12 and one based on the AVT 4x10 Pro. So I've got them set up here. We're going to switch between the two. And then I've got the Tonehammer. And I had a distortion that I turned on at some point in the little intro there. I needed to boost that a little more, but whatever. Live being live, or sort of live anyway. It's not live in the sense of it's not a live stream, but I'm not cutting and pasting and editing it together. This what you get is what you get. Speaking of, I need to turn up the gain on this mic here. There we go. Hopefully y'all can hear me a little bit better now. So we are going to look at both. First off, we're just going to look at the bass because it's new and I want to. It is a blue finish. I don't know what they call it. It's got a maple neck, rosewood fretboard. 22 frets or 20. I'm not sure. I'd have to count. But it's got an active preamp, passive pickups, and it's a PJ sort of setup, which I don't actually have that yet. So this is, a new tool in my toolbox, so to speak. And it sounds great. It has a lot of oomph to it. If you turn up the preamp on it, it gets really loud in a good way. It was louder than everything else I plugged in when I was at Guitar Center playing around with stuff. The other stuff I could keep at max volume. It's fine, but this, when it was at max volume and had the preamp turned up, was so loud I had to turn the amp down I was testing it. So that's cool. So we'll look at this a little bit and we'll look at those new things. So this right now is the Tonehammer going into the 1x12 Epicenter with a 50 DS dynamic. Just the stock settings that the cab comes with. So, and this is both pickups, everything in the middle. So here we go. Nothing to complain about there. Now let's go to, this is just the neck pickup, I believe. So pretty killer sound in there. And now we'll go to just the bridge pickup. Alright, you can hear there that the neck or the bridge pickup by itself does have a little bit of hum to it, which makes sense because it's a single coil. It's not a humbucker like the one in the P pickup is. Excuse me. So it's kind of expected. Is it unusably hummy? No. But not unusable in my opinion. And if you switch it just a little. that gets rid of the hum pretty well. As far as setup goes, it came set up pretty well out of the box. I did have to raise the string height on the G string a little bit because it was like buzzing on the frets. But other than that, tune it up and it was good. Now the one that I was looking at Guitar Center actually had this pot here was loose, so I wasn't gonna buy it. And I told the guys there, the only thing stopping me from buying this right now is this pot's loose, which means when I get it home, I'm going to have to take the strings off, take the pick guard off, take the thing apart, redo that and fix it, and it's not worth the effort. And they said, well, we probably got one in the back new that doesn't have that problem. So they went and looked, they had one, I checked it, nothing's loose on this one, so here it is. They had a white one that did not have the loose knob, but it was white to start with, and I didn't really want another white bass. I wanted this blue one. I like the finish on it, and it was like $50 more than this one was, so I didn't want to do that. So now we're going to play with the preamp a little bit, and let you hear how that affects it. I'm going to go to, so here we are. This is just in the middle. Now we're going to turn the, I believe, that's the treble all the way up. Here's with the treble all the way down. Put that back in the middle, boost the bass. Cut the bass. Everything boosted. Yeah, it sounds good. I love it. I like the sound of it. It's got a good, it's sweet. All right, so let's go to the Helix now and see what we got here. Like I said, we've got the Tonehammer on the stock settings for the amp. So those are, let's see here. Let me hit the button. Gain is at 3.2. Drive is at 0. The EQ is all at 0 or at middle. Channel volume 5 or 10, master volume 5. That's just sort of the base settings of it. And this right now is going into that 1x12 cabinet. Now let's switch it over to the other cabinet. This is the 4x10. So, they both sound great. They've got, and these are both of these are the new cab engine, so you can, put the microphone at a 45, move it all along the speaker. Lots of options as far as what you can do with the sound of it, which is always good. Options are always a good thing, in my opinion. Let's play with some of the settings on the amp just for the fun of it. We're going to turn the gain up to 5. We're going to turn the drive on to about 3. We're going to boost the bass a little, cut the mids a little, boost the treble a little, and we'll see how that sounds. So here we go. so you can hear that some sustain going. I think part of that might have been a little bit of feedback from the power cab that's behind me, but still, it definitely has some sustain to it. It sounds pretty good. Let's play the settings some more to see if we can get a different sound out of it. Let's turn the drive all the way up. Turn the volume down a little bit on that, though. Alright, so let's try this again. I'm going to use a pick. So, yeah, I'm enjoying my new bass. It sounds great. It's gonna get played at church tomorrow. If you've been on the fence about these, I hope this helped you figure out if you like them or not. They do have a good range to them as far as what they can do. They got a good sound. They're well built. They feel comfortable. Neck's nice. I got no complaints other than the little bit of hum, which I kind of expected from a single coil. This is a jazz bass pickup. And as you heard, the Helix has some great stuff going on in it. And there was also a lot of stuff added for guitar too. They got 2 new amps for guitar, like 6 or 7 new cabs. There's a fuzz that I didn't put on here just because I didn't. And a rotary cabinet, which will probably sound cool with bass too. Hopefully I'll get a video for all that other stuff put together at some point too. But since I got a new bass, I figured why not go ahead and do the bass stuff with the new bass. So, y'all have a great one. Stay tuned, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. Comment if you got any questions or thoughts or whatever. And I'll see y'all next time.